Good afternoon. We're going to do the watch list for February 24th, and it should be a good week. I'm glad it's going to be a full week because last week was a short week. I didn't trade much last week because it was a short week, but I did manage to come out with an 88.88 accuracy for last week, so hopefully to repeat that, maybe even do better. But some of the things I'm looking at stocks is Roku is one of them on the bullish side. You get a trend line right here at 119, and you get the channel at 119. I'm looking for a bounce to 125. It is in kind of oversold territory, so I'll be looking for that. Another one is WeDay for a bounce. Whoops, WeDay. It could go down more, but it's got 3 big red days in a row, and it's got some support right here in the 180. So if it bounces, starts to show it's going to bounce a little bit in the 181 area, 180, then I'll buy the dip on that. Shack is another one. Shack, it's been on a roll lately, and it kind of looks like it's like getting ready to make another leg up with this ascending triangle on the 1 hour. So if it does break above this like 75.50, I think it could retest the 78 on Shack. Baidu and Baba, they both look the same. I mean, I'll show you both the charts. They pretty much look the same. It's all going to be on what happens with the market. I would be a bit surprised. I think that the futures is going to gap down, and if it does gap down, I think that Baba is going to dip and rip tomorrow. So I would be looking to buy the dip on Baba or Baidu on that. FDX is another one. Right here, it's touched this 165 area like 4 times. This is the 4th time, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the market's strong that it breaks out and fills the gap. So I'll be watching for that on the upside on FDX. Costco is another one. It just wants to keep going, even though it's got a divergence. I mean, I'll be watching it over 325 for another run for all-time highs. So nothing seems to be stopping Costco. So Triple M, it does show a bearish, like pennant right here. So if it does drop down and gaps down, I wouldn't be surprised if it does recover and fill the gap if it does gap down. So I don't think there's that much downside. I think 152, 151 is probably the most you're gonna get, but I don't know. I think it's gonna bounce. It's getting a bounce territory. Now the ones I'm looking for short is Netflix is one of them. It's just diverging right here, and so I just would like to see if it does pull back under 276 for to the 355 area. Wait. Sorry, I might have got the numbers wrong. 376. To looking for 360, even 355 on Netflix if it does pull back and the market's weak. Another one is John Deere. John Deere gets up in these levels and it just likes to pull back. So when it's got a nice little we want to call it shooting star, whatever that kind of candle is, and you can see on the hourly it's like descending wedge right there. So I would look for a gap fill on Deere if the market is weak. Home Depot is another one. It just keeps going like Costco. So if the market gets weak, I would look for it under 243 for a retest of the 237 area on Home Depot. UPS is another one. It's got the same kind of pattern as M, but I just think that this UPS could go down lower and get under 100. But maybe if it gets under 100, I might buy the dip instead of shorting it. So that's going to be a kind of an iffy play for me. I mean, I'd be watching short, but I don't think there's that much downside. So it could be an either or play. I mean, if it does get under 100, I might even grab calls for that. BA just struggling, just keeps having bad news, but yet keeps going and going and going. So if it does get underneath the 328 level, I would look for another 310 retest on BA. So that's my thoughts on what's going to happen. And write down the tickers, the levels and stuff like that, and set alerts, and we get a list of tickers on if the market's strong or weak, and let's have a good week this week, and trade safe. Thank you.